What is going on, everyone? It's Kelly here. We're out here on the Atlantic Ocean. We have Team Johnny Jigs themselves. We got Chris, we got Will, and we have Johnny himself out up front. Now we just got done filming for Blue Gabe's channel, and we just caught a fish that myself or Blue Gabe has never even seen, like off our coast, and we've been fishing here our whole lives. So check out that video, it's gonna be insane. But right now this video is all about jigging. If you guys haven't noticed, Johnny Jigs, we're doing a slow pitch jigging video, and I was introduced to jigging probably a couple years ago down in Key West, and I kind of fell in love with it, but I don't really do too much of it because I usually use live bait. But I'm really intrigued to learn more about it, and that's what we're gonna do in this video. All right, so Chris is already hooked up. You think it's a tuna?
It's a good fish.
Good fish?
It's not shaking like a tuna.
Huh.
It's digging like a jack.
How deep are we? Hold on. How deep are we? We are 537 feet.
537?
537. Was it on the bottom?
Yeah, it's gonna be about an 8 to 10 minute fight.
All right, you guys.
So stay tuned.
Hopefully you get it to the boat. We have a lot of sharks around here, and if you don't haul that puppy up to the boat, you're getting taxed.
Coming up.
That takes you in a minute, you mix a lot of the lift.
Yeah.
Is he swimming up with you? Or he's just not that big?
He's cooperative.
He felt pretty big on the strike. I'm just bringing him up right now. Pointed. You know, it's funny, we're not fighting these fish, so I'm not pumping on this fish. My rod tip is pointed down towards the water, and I'm letting the reel do the work.
If you guys are wondering what that noise is, he has this fancy dancy electric jigging rod going on over here with a whole satchel battery pack that Johnny Jigs does have to offer. That's a cool setup right there. All right, go ahead.
So we joke around a lot and say we're just guiding these fish to the surface. And I think because we're not pumping on them, just like if you were to throw a rope in your dog's mouth and pull on him, he's gonna pull back. We're not pulling on these fish as much as just reeling and staying tight to them. So I don't think they know they're really hooked for most of the way up.
Oh, we got color.
Oh, Blackfin.
Oh my gosh.
It's Bonita.
Oh,
Blackfin.
Blackfin. Yes.
Blackfin.
Let me get this.
You want
Hold
to grab
on.
that for me?
Oh, you
Got
got
the
that?
line. Just line it.
on my video.
Come on.
Kelly's here, Kel. Here, Kel.
You got.
He was right on the bottom in 537.
Look at that. On the bottom too.
Yeah.
What are the odds of that? You know what's funny is Blue Gabe and I have been going offshore to catch blackfin, and we never catch blackfin. And then the one day where we don't necessarily want to catch tuna because we just put out 2 big tuna videos, we're catching a bunch of blackfin. What are the odds of that?
Blackfin love jigs. All tuna
real.
love jigs. They don't discriminate.
Nice. We actually have a couple blackfin already in the ice chest. We're gonna go ahead and bleed this one out and put them on ice. Let me see that jig you caught him on. Is it pink?
Actually,
good old pink.
and we have named this jig the Tuna Teaser.
Is it because of the pink? I feel like it is.
Well, we got some blue ones too, and
Yeah.
some gold ones. But tuna do love pink.
They do. Every time I pick a jig, it's always pink. It's got to have some pink on it.
Yeah.
All right, so since I did gaff this fish in the gill, he is bleeding out pretty good. As you can see, he's doing a tuna shake on me. They're pretty notorious for that. Or you can go ahead and stick a knife in their gill or pop their gill with your finger, just like that. We're gonna leave him in the water. That way he can pump all that blood out, and then we'll put him on ice. Any fish that I eat sashimi or sushi style, or even cooking it, I love to bleed it out because you'll have a lot less bloodline in the fish. All right.
There you go. You got it perfect. Wedge it between your hands. That's it.
Nice.
I'm not the best with casting.
No, that was awesome. That was
There we go.
perfect.
Not the best with casting with the little conventionals, but I'm getting there. How deep are we? 500 or 300?
500.
500? All right. My choice of jig is pink and chartreuse, with a little bit of silver, I think. Right now we're just dropping it down, and you never know what you're gonna hook up to with jigs. I think that's why I like fishing with them so much, is because it's always a surprise on what you're gonna get.
These two behind you are like wolves. They're ready to attack.
They are.
Bombs away.
Scoot over a little bit.
This is pretty common when we're all up in the bow like this. We're doing this because we're casting our jigs out ahead of the drift. but we kind of will do a rotation one at a time and just kind of follow our lines in the water. And then the next person can kind of jump in like a conveyor belt. It works for more, you know, anglers doing slow pitch jigging at the same time.
So we're going that way, so we're gonna want to walk that way and try and stay on top of our jigs as much as possible.
Are you wanting to go all the way to the bottom right off the bat?
No. When I see my line scope like that and I'm already past the boat, I'll lock it up and just start jigging. I mean, there's tuna here, and we've been catching them anywhere from 200 feet down to 400 feet. So it's okay to be in 530 feet of water and stop your jig halfway down, you know, checking that you're vertical. The jig's gonna perform best if you're straight over it.
I'll back, no, stay right where you're at. I'm gonna back the boat up.
That's perfect. That's exactly what.
If you have a captain that's nice enough to back you back down and keep your lines vertical, you're gonna have a good day.
All right, sounds good. The conveyor belt reminds me of fishing on like the Sebastian jetty. There's literally like 12 people and we're all casting, reeling up, going to the back of the line. It's just a big conveyor belt. All right, so I'm jigging up. Come on.
Babe, look at him behind you.
What? That's not fair.
He's got the good jig.
I'm about to switch rods.
You guys, we just filmed an entire video on my channel and I never even caught a fish. They made me look bad.
They are the professional Johnny jiggers.
Yeah, it's sort of not a fair fight. It's not like we got amateurs on the boat.
I think I'm doing, let's see. I'm just coming up, letting it drop down and then reeling back up.
Yeah. So what you want is that little bit of slack in your line when your tip's going back down, right there. That slack is what you want. That's going to allow the jig to
butterfly down.
Let it fall as long as you can let it fall.
I just let it
Drop it back down because we're getting right up on the wreck right now.
All right. Shout out to Seymour Maps for letting us find awesome hidden gems underneath the ocean surface.
Not only do they not tell us when they hook a fish, they don't tell us when they lose one. Look, he just went quietly back up to the front.
Like, we're filming and then I'm like, wait, is he fighting fish over there? They're so incognito. I feel like everyone else we fish with, we're like, fish on, fish on. But I do feel like when you're a jigger, like a vertical jigger, you're very finesse. You're very quiet, you're focused, you're calm, you're gentle, you're like, just focused on the art of jigging, really.
They're down deep right now. They're 400.
All right, I'm gonna drop it down. It's a nice arm workout too.
Here, I can do this right here. Y'all see that Seymour Maps? And look over here. Y'all like that little hat trick?
What'd you cover the numbers?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, I feel like I'm like losing line here. I got a lot out. Up and butterfly down. Reel. Up, butterfly down. I notice a lot of fish will eat on the drop.
The fish are definitely sitting way south of the bottom.
Should we reset?
Yeah.
All right, we're resetting. Sometimes I usually hook a fish reeling up.
Yeah. Will's a man after my own heart. He's got an electric bass fishing reel.
Yeah.
Gabe, I know a great video for you. Bass fishing on the electric.
I'm telling you.
Can you
No
imagine?
need to work
The
hard.
bass would be like skipping on the surface, like. Let me tell you something about my arm though.
Getting tired? Yeah.
Working out them quads.
No, I'm working out that bicep.
Kel, this is a cheater technique with the butt of the rod right in your hip right there.
All right.
And then just kind of doing a pull and a reel. See how I can get good slack in my line on the way down, so the jig's fluttering good and it doesn't really break my shoulders and arms as much.
You can use a lot more muscles this way.
Yeah, I like it like this. This is relaxing.
It's called the yank and crank.
Yeah. Yank and crank.
The Yankee Crane,
Yankee
invented by
Crane.
Will Crane himself.
Yankee cranky.
It's a good technique for tuna because you're just kind of almost continuously reeling, so you're keeping the jig moving through the water column, which they like. They like to, they'll hit a fleeing object, a fleeing bait fish. So we're kind of doing that here, rather than a true slow pitch flutter.
I love the look of all of us just jigging away. It's kind of goofy looking, but I love it.
All right, let's reset.
All right.
That was really good. That was really good.
That was nice. That felt good. That felt good.
No, that was awesome. It was smooth.
Here comes the wolves.
My hyena pack.
I can't tell you how many people have watched and they cannot cast like you just did, Kelly. That was perfect.
You know what? I'm gonna make a new rule on this boat. No rubber boots.
No?
Squeak, squeak, squeak,
Oh,
squeak.
really? I didn't even notice it.
You're gonna notice it when you're editing.
That is true.
Oh, I gotta go back the boat up here.
All right.
Yeah, electric wheels, man. But
Oh yeah, let me through. The worst is weights. When weights hit the boat.
oh, yeah.
Oh, that my thing is screaming to the bottom now.
Should have put a mat on top of that metal
Oh, yeah, I
table,
know.
and every reel that we put down like
I know. It was a good video, though. Got 5,000 views. It's good for us.
Did you see any fish on the chart?
What's that noise? Oh, it's his reel. It's Inspector Gadget's reel over there. Had no idea what that sound was.
How you feeling about it?
I'm gonna start jigging, I think.
you got half your line out.
Pretty good.
So we're in 530. You got about 900 to 1,000 feet of line on that reel.
For real?
Yeah.
Dang.
Which is good, but it's nice to have a little more because the further down your spool you get, you lose inches on your crank up because the spool's not rotating as much. We are rotating.
Do I need to walk out a little?
Whatever's comfortable for you. Right there's okay.
I'm more vertical now. This is nice. Oh, wait, hold up.
Here we go.
Fish on!
Oh no.
Oh, that's a big
Do I tighten this drag?
No, you're alright.
It's pretty loose.
Play him for a second. Play him for a second.
Give him a click, yeah.
I gave it a little click.
Stay focused on the fish
All right,
for now.
focus on the fish.
Just no pumping, just reel.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, I let out a lot of line. I want to say maybe 200 feet.
I would say more like 500.
Really? I didn't hit the bottom though.
But you got scope in your line. I can see how much line was gone on the reel.
Definitely in between 200 and 500.
Yeah,
Settle down.
pretty much
fish.
between the boat and the bottom, somewhere.
Yeah. So I was watching all of the Giant Jig guys catch fish, and they just kept it really steady, just kept the rod down, no like harsh jerky movements. You want to try to keep the fish calm, so the fish is calm when you reel it up, pretty much.
That's just your type of fish, a real calm fish.
I like it. That's why I like it so much. You aggravate a fish and start pulling on its head, it's gonna pull back. All right, there we go. Come on, little guy.
How you like your Valentine's Day gift?
Aw, thank you. Ooh, oh, hello. Oh, no. No. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, I just got bit off.
You need to talk to him gently.
Yeah.
Speak nicely.
Come here, little fish. Oh, no. He doesn't like it. He don't like singing. Oh, with a head shake. Oh, it's definitely a tuna. Come on, baby. It's okay. You want to go on a sushi roll? Seaweed, some mango, some cucumber, some sticky rice. Are y'all going to hook up or what?
I just got cut off.
Oh, you got cut off.
Yeah.
I'm digging the orange bathing suit, babe. Explain why you got the bathing suit.
So a couple of weeks ago, I took the kids and Gabe, or if I should say my 3 boys, to Universal Studios in Orlando, and they had a really cool pool and hot tub, and of course, the one thing I didn't bring was a bathing suit.
And she owns about 347 bathing suits,
Yeah.
so
Oh, he's swimming
real
up towards
fast
me.
when you got a reel. I gotta sneak over here and get the gaff.
All right, yeah. I mean, I've been reeling in some line, so.
So finish the bathing suit story.
Oh, so I went bathing suit shopping and bought a $100 bathing suit. But I want to show you guys, before this fish gets to the boat, Luke Arrington, Blue Gabe's 6-year-old, how terrified he was of this velociraptor.
Point down far as you can. There you go, good save.
Dang,
Nice move.
he went
Now back to the back. Well, he's swimming up current, remember.
all up to another country.
Uh-oh. You got competition, boo.
Off the bottom? Or you don't know?
Oh, she just hit the
Yeah.
toe breaker.
I'll tell you what, it sticks out more than...
Babe, keep your energy low. You do not want to excite the fish.
You want to gap? Oh,
All right.
I got it.
Doing a little gentle pulling because it's so crazy, like how delicate everything is. He's just staying there. I did one more click on the drag, not gonna lie.
Let me just bump. Here, Johnny, you can gaff. Let me bump the boat in reverse. Just gain line when I go.
Oh, we're good, we're good. It's coming now. Oh, head shake, tuna.
We need Bob and Joey's enthusiasm right now.
No, this is a slow pitch, calm fishing. Come on, he's coming to the surface.
Wow, that's interesting
What?
that he saw it like that, right?
He's probably side hooked.
Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, he's feeling different now that he's up closer. It's like moving a board right now. Yeah, this is weird.
I'm trying to stay out of the wind as much as I can.
I mean, this is different. I don't know. We're about to find out.
He's tail hooked or side hooked.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So I don't know if I had enough time to show you Luke's face in the Velociraptor, but I'm going to show you right now. This poor child, man. This kid lives, eats, and breathes dinosaurs. I didn't think he was going to like us anymore after that experience. He's coming up just slow and steady.
How you doing?
You still on, Chris?
I'm still on.
He's hooked up. I didn't even know he was hooked up.
He's been hooked up. Everybody's hooked up but Blue Gabe.
Hey, listen. Everyone needs their time behind the camera too.
I'll just provide the boat, guys.
There you go.
Thanks,
Hey, I
Gabe.
put gas in it.
Bonito.
Oh, another one of those cool
Free
things?
spool? Go free spool.
Another Atlantic bonito.
Oh, I think that's what you have too, because they tend to scope out like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's acting weird.
That is a nice fish.
That is a nice fish.
Babe, he hooked his after you, babe, and got his in the boat already.
Well, mine's bigger.
You got Moby Dick.
9.8.
I don't know if I should lock down this drag more.
No, you're good. Just
Okay.
take your time.
Yeah.
She might
must
have
be hooked a little
something
funky.
different.
She got something.
Back up to it a little
What
bit.
if it's a baby African pompano? No, that'd be too deep. Well, maybe not.
Look at this over here, though.
Gabe. There we are. I think
Nice
it's a little bigger
fish.
than the last one. Again, this is an Atlantic bonito. Unlike bonita, they have white
Oh, hold him
flesh,
just like that. Look at the
and they
teeth.
got chompers.
Come on.
There you go. Now you're getting it.
Really not, though.
Do we need to put him in the rod holder and crank?
Dude, this is weird. What in the world? I want to put this thing on like heavier gear and just crank it up now. Come
That's
on.
because you've been fishing with me for too long. You're
For
like,
real.
crank it up.
Oh, he's scoping back out now, going, come on.
Could be a yellowfin.
That would be awesome.
Johnny's like, yes.
What if it's a
You
little
guys
baby?
want another one of these? Yeah.
Yeah. We never get those. Those are cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're cool.
Keep
All right, can we
anything-
back up a
Chris,
little
anything
bit?
They don't take
Let's go
off, I would
straight
definitely
back.
take to my mom.
Okay.
Go straight back, because I can't gain on them.
Yep.
Turn, yeah, a little bit to the right. There you go.
All right, this is all about Kelly.
Watch it be like smaller
Where's
than
the
all the
knife at?
fish.
I don't know, somewhere. There's one right by the steering wheel.
Knife down for the-
Oh my gosh, come on. All right, my finesse, and
Are you starting to get aggravated with
I'm
him?
starting to get a little interesting.
You're turning into Blue Gabe by the minute.
Okay, come on. Come on. I'm not doing the drag, but...
Let me just feel what the drag feels like. You have no drag on it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I just didn't want to lock down and then
All right, go
break
ahead.
off.
There we go.
Thank you.
She's been watching us break off all day.
Yeah.
I'd still keep backing up and just plane him
Yeah,
up.
Just back up. It literally feels like I'm reeling in a piece of plywood, like a flat box. I mean, it hasn't been very aggressive. It's just, it's been slowly kind of weird.
Beyond brave though.
Yeah, but the main line's only 40.
Oh, that's
And those Bonitos or Bonito,
Benito.
Bonito's got teeth.
Whoa, that felt weird.
This is awesome, right? This is why we do this.
I just hope it gets in the boat. I'm gonna cry if it doesn't.
I'm gonna sit down and take a break over here.
Commercial break.
Put it in reverse, angle your motors out. You got to direct that rod. Put the rod down that way.
I think we should go around.
I'm gonna turn around. Will,
No, bump it in reverse. Turn the motors that way. And... No, other way.
Oh, I see color, I see color.
Okay.
Get your rod out from under the boat.
I did it.
You want a little reverse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a little reverse.
Tuna.
Big color. Real big color.
Woo, I'm excited.
All right, it's all
Come on,
clear.
Kelly.
All right, I think he's wearing out now.
There he is.
There we go.
That's a nice tuna.
Come on, buddy.
Nice tuna.
Now he's just pinwheeling.
He's tail hooked. Right in the
Is he
side.
Come on, buddy.
Dude, that's a big boy.
He's the biggest one of the day.
Yeah.
All right, come on, just nice and easy game. Whoa. Hold on.
Oh, don't grab that later.
Come on. He'll spin around.
He's pinwheeling.
Yeah, I think. Hold on. He's gonna make one more loop around. Yeah, he's side hooked. Come on, buddy. Hold on. Ah, look at that big chunker of a football right there, boy.
Right. Caught him looking.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
I'm super proud of you.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
real. It was in the pec fin. Holy moly. Look,
Great job, Kelly.
the pec fin and all. Jeez.
That's your first tune on the jig, babe.
It is. My first blackfin in a long time. All right, let's get this jig out, bleed him out, put him on ice. Nice gaff job right through the noggin.
Nice fish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me see that jig.
Dude, that pink and chartreuse works great on them blackfin tuna.
So what size is this? This is the Johnny 300 gram?
Yep. Torpedo, yep. 300 gram chartreuse, pinky
Torpedo.
chartreuse.
And you guys fish those normally in like deeper water?
Yeah. Higher current.
500, right where we're at.
Higher current deep water jig right there. Heard
Nice
Look at
tuna.
that beautiful fish.
Woo!
All right. Good job.
All right, so this right here is an Atlantic bonito, and I've actually sometimes I like call our bonita here bonito, but in reality this is actually a bonito. We caught these on Blue Gauge channel, and I heard the meat isn't red like a tuna, which is really interesting. So we're gonna put him on ice. Take this bad boy. Please don't be flipping out everywhere. And we're gonna bleed this beautiful blackfin out in our live well, just like we did the other ones. I think it's safe to say we definitely slayed the tuna today. Shout out to Seymour Maps and Johnny Jigs, because without them we wouldn't have this fish. Apparently Chris has the magic jig because he is hooked up once again.
Do you believe in
I'm the
miracles?
jig assistant. Keeping it calm.
Keeping him
See
calm.
this in a lot of our videos.
Calm and collected.
That, not me.
Coming around.
Going around the bow.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Gabe, you got
oh.
one?
You all got the same fish? Oh no. No,
That's
now
my
Gabe.
leader too right there, so there he is.
Another bonito.
Bonita or blackfin?
Bonito. I think.
Oh,
That's
a
a
nice
bonito.
I'll smoke them.
3 for 3.
dang. Good
Atlantic bonito.
job. Atlantic bonito.
I'm on a streak.
Woo! They must
There
be
you
like
are.
running through Florida or something. That's crazy. All right, let's check out the jig you're using.
Yeah, well, it's a tuna teaser in pink and silver. We're out here past 500 feet, so I'm using the 320. And I just wanted to get how great of a hook set this is. This is, you know, I have 2 twin hooks on the top and bottom of this jig, and he went right for the head of the jig, and he ended up with both of the top hooks right in his mouth. And then as soon as he shook, this jig swung up into his belly, and that third hook grabbed him right there. So he wasn't going anywhere.
No.
Why don't you just show off a little bit more? I'm using your rod next.
This is my 3rd Atlantic bonito of the day. But that's really what you want to see on a hook set. You know, 1 in the mouth and 1 in the belly.
2 in the mouth almost.
And there's 2 in the mouth,
Look,
yeah.
and look,
Both
hold on.
sides.
Literally, through the top.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He got his mouth closed.
That is insane.
So, that's good.
All right, so if they hook up another tuna, I'm gonna jump in the water and try to get some underwater footage. Just because underwater footage is pretty cool. Blackfin?
Big amberjack.
Yeah.
Let's take him up to the bow in the sun.
He looked like a snook for a minute. It was funny.
You did good, mermaid.
Thanks.
There we go.
It's not bad.
Ah.
Big one. You're definitely high hook for the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Here, go ahead and take this thing.
Oh, we forgot about you in the water. Sorry, babe.
Do you need ladder help or anything?
Oh no, you're good.
Beautiful fish.
Yeah.
He's got some girth to him.
I say we make smoked amberjack. If I gotta smoke some fish, I might as well smoke a lot of
Pretty
fish.
good size. He's not, you know, he's not a jumbo.
Yeah, he won't be too wormy.
Yeah.
Out here in 500 foot of water is pretty deep for AJ.
Yeah, man. Manually crank that up with that little reel. Awesome. I'll do it any day.
I say we head to the hill.
Let's do it.
So I hopped in the water to get underwater footage of some Blackfin tuna. That way we have some underwater footage to splice into our Blackfin tuna videos. So the first fish was Blackfin tuna, success.
There's 2 tuna in the big
But we
one.
did get another success. However, it is a big ol' amberjack, which I was not expecting that to be reeled out from the depths, because usually you catch amberjack like first fish right off the bat, but that's the last fish of the day, I think. Well, honestly, we're probably gonna stop headed in.
No, we got to get in. I got too much work to do today, folks.
We do. We do have a lot, but I guarantee Blue Gate will stop at least once.
I'm just accepting defeat. Is what I'm doing right now.
Hey, we got a boat full of blackfin, we got a big old amberjack, and we have these really cool, what are these called? Bonito. Atlantic Bonito.
I think we ended the day 1 up on the sharks. They had an early lead, but we came through overall.
Look at this little guy.
Come on now.
I want this. This is the one I'm playing.
That's a couple of sandwiches. We need to
How
save
cute.
Cobia.
This is the one I filmed coming up, I think. Hello, little fish. You want to take a nice bath? Dun, dun, dun. Look at them fish tails. Look at that one though. You ready?
But is
Are
this
you
your
ready?
first time?
This is my first time cleaning a blackfin, and as you guys know, I just cleaned a massive yellowfin tuna in Venice like last week, so I'm still a newbie at cleaning tuna.
Hold on, can we really just look? I actually really love these Johnny Jig hats, and that's no lie. Like, I think they're good
And
looking
they actually
hats.
fit my head. Like, no hats fit my head, so that's cool. And shout out to SoFlo Spearfishing for the new fillet knife. All right, here I go. Here goes nothing. Cutting down the spine, just one stripe. Get that bloodline out. Look at all the scales that just like shish kebabbed onto the knife. Bada bing. Gonna turn this fish like heel. A little cut just like that. Beautiful. And we're just gonna trim out the fish. I have a little bit of an audience right now with the Johnny Jig guys right behind me.
No pressure.
No pressure.
I'm sort of getting my hand back away from that. I don't need two of those.
Oh yeah, we cut it right here. There we go. So the cool thing about us getting all of these fish, especially tuna, is they're great for bull sharks that bring up the cobia. So hopefully this spring we're gonna go spearfishing for cobia off the bull sharks, which is like my new favorite thing to do, honestly. All right.
And that's what we need the carcasses for.
Yes. We usually use bonita, but heck, blackfin carcasses? Oh, we're definitely
You're getting
cobia.
bougie. Whoa, about fell, sorry.
I might have messed that up, so don't judge. Actually, not bad, not bad. It's just holding on by some strands.
You gotta just use some oomph and stick that knife through it. Now
See,
go.
That's my issue, is I'm not a very umphy person with the knife. I'm very soft and fragile. Nope, it's that pin bone right here. There it is. They have some insane bones. There we go. So it's funny because tuna, they have their bloodline and it's like strictly in the middle of their body along their spine. Check out these bones. See, this is what was causing me a little bit of issues right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and fillet this bloodline off along with the skin. I'm gonna make sushi tonight. I cannot wait. I'm gonna have some girlfriends over, drink some wine, have a good time. And before we do that, we're gonna go over some of the Johnny Jig jigs that we have over there and their reels. They actually sell reels to go with the jigs. When I first started jigging, what did I even use? I think I used like this massive rod and it was just so awkward to jig. And I'm like, how do people even do this? Well, they have a rod designed specifically for jigging. Y'all check out our new gift from Johnny Jigs.
That's mine, babe.
Listen, this is a heavy calendar we got going on here. Check it out. Jigs for days. Now, we didn't see that. So we want to go over just some of the jigs, the sizes, the weights and everything for certain depths, certain like current situations. If you have like a higher, a stronger current, maybe you might want a heavier jig. So these big ones, like these Mac Daddies right here.
Yeah.
About how deep of water would you use this? This is the 200 grams.
So like this guy is actually at 200 grams. But if you look at the shape's important as well, because if I can go into this bag and find another one that's 220 grams, right? So this one's heavier, but if you look at the profile of it, because it's so wide right there, in heavier currents, it's still not probably gonna get down as well as this 200 gram jig. So today, whenever we went into the 120, 130 foot range where we got sharked up, and I was dropping down like a 200 gram jig in that area at 130 because we had some current today. So as we went out deeper today, we got into, how deep were we? 500? Oh, excuse me, guys.
There's always a cell phone ring in the video.
Yeah. So we got into 500 feet of water.
Yeah.
So jig selection there, even though we were in 500 feet of water, a lot of times you can scope down to 300 grams or something like that. But because of the way the current was and how we were moving and we wanted to stay vertical, I went ahead and I bumped up to 400. I was even using 500.
So where's a 400
a
gram
little
jig
bit.
in here?
That one's in your boat.
Oh,
So that one's
that's
not here, but they have them. We brought
Okay.
them for you, but unfortunately those will not fit into this jig bag. So when it comes to jig selection, a good rule of thumb for somebody just starting out is going to be 1 gram per foot. But
Okay.
that doesn't always work out, like
Yeah.
Chris was saying.
Like just a rule of thumb.
Yep.
Gotta
Yeah,
go
it's a
on.
general rule of thumb for sure.
But-
Today, because of the wind and the current, we were above that ratio. So as John was saying, when we were in 200, we were kind of using 250s. when we bumped out to 500 feet. We couldn't go much bigger than 500 grams, so the ratio did change and kind of applied more to the 1 gram per foot. We were using 4s and 5s in 500 feet. So as you fish different depths in a day, the ocean tells you really what is the best tackle for you to use, and as you become more experienced with shape and size and how it's affected with wind and current, you'll be able to more easily understand what's best to use. And if you don't, just give us a call and we'll help you out.
Yeah, the biggest thing to think of is you want to stay vertical. So if you're not staying vertical, change your jig until you figure out one that's going to keep you vertical.
Hence vertical jigging.
Yep, vertical jigging, slow pitch jigging. Yep.
So one thing is I'm curious about is, okay, you explain the shapes, but like, do they fall differently in the water?
Yeah, each one of our jigs has a different pattern. This guy actually has a very erratic pattern. And it'll move, you know, in random patterns through the water. This guy, believe it or not, will actually start rocking like this and does more of an elegant fall like this. And you can actually see the fall patterns of these on our YouTube channel. I actually put just a what's it called? Come on, you guys are professional YouTubers. Whenever you make a playlist.
Ah, there you go.
Made a playlist of jigs falling. Something cool about this pack that you guys have here is we have this on our site, johnnyjigs.com, and it's an adventure pack is what we call it. So basically you can buy this with this case, which is the premium case, for $220. If you write down what depths you're fishing, what areas you're fishing, give us as much information as you want to give us, and the more the better. We'll hand select the jigs for you, fill this pack up, and mail it out to you.
Yeah, if you do want to order one of these packs, which honestly it's so worth it because it's nice to have a selection out on the water when you are vertical jigging. Because for example, like one person could be fishing with maybe a green jig and the other person with a pink jig, and the pink jig will be slaying and then they won't touch the green, for example.
Pink jig slay.
So it's nice to have like a huge selection, and like he said, if you contact Johnny Jigs and tell them where you're fishing, the depths, you know, maybe the types of fish you have, they can customize your pouch for you.
What about hooks? We're not seeing any hooks.
Hooks come with it. Hooks come with it.
We're right here. Oh.
Boom. So you'll open that up.
Yeah, you definitely
You're gonna have hooks
need
right
these.
there.
Look at, oh, these are nice. It's shiny.
In another pouch here, you open that guy up right here, and you're getting the terminal tackle that you need. You got your split rings, you got your ball bearing swivels, and you're set up. And keep in mind, like, these jigs are all jigs that we've all caught fish on, you know, numerous fish. We fish all of these. Anything that comes in this pack is something that we fish on a regular basis, that we love, and that's why we put it in there.
I like it so much because you don't have to catch bait. Technically, you don't have to throw a cast net, it gets dirty, you don't gotta buy smelly bait, get your hands all fishy. Unless you catch a fish, then you'll end up getting fishy, but that's cool. You can just like grab your rod, grab the jigs, and then go fish. So now that we covered most of the jigs, the rods have these numbers on them, and I'm curious on why the numbers are on your rods.
Oh, the number like that one, 3. Yes. There's another 3, there's a 4. This is actually Johnny Jigs Pro Jigger. This is our very own rod that we have designed and built. And so this power level is actually exactly like the action that you'll see on most other rods, where it's medium, medium heavy, or heavy. We go by power level, and that power level also gives you a jig size range. So this rod is rated to use a range of jig sizes. So the higher the number, the heavier the jig it's capable of working.
That's why you guys brought so many rods in the boat today.
Correct. We want powers 2s, 3s, and 4s, so we can basically cover depths from 200 feet to 800 feet if we need to. And as we bump up our jig, we'll bump up the action level of the rod if it's available to us.
Here's something I got a quick question about. Hold that rod up.
Yep, there you go.
Now you guys tell me what's wrong with that eye, the whole rod. You see, there's something very unique about it. Hold on, let me come down here actually. Pay attention to the eyes.
I don't know if that's helping. It swivels and twists.
It almost seems like some of the guides were put on backwards.
Yeah, why did that? Why do y'all do that?
So this is called the spiral wrap guide system. One, it aids a conventional reel to have the line on the bottom side of the rod finishing, which just feels good when you're bent. But the main function of it is to keep the line off the blank while you're slow pitch jigging, because while we're slow pitch jigging, we're pitching the jig, then we're lowering our tip, allowing slack to go into our line. When there's slack in our line, the jig is not under any tension, so it naturally falls to its side and does its fluttering effect. That's what we're looking to accomplish in slow pitch jigging. One of the problems you might encounter when you're pitching a jig, lowering your tip, and there's slack in the line is the line can wrap around your tip.
I was just gonna say that. I have that issue all the time with my like basic rods that I use for jigging. It's always getting wrapped around the eye, and it drives me nuts.
So when the line goes over the top like this, there's no guides there, and now it
can fall
slides
right
off.
Genius.
Genius.
Literally genius.
Just wrap the guides
you.
180 degrees. So we have different power levels which are rated for different gram size jigs, and the guides are spiral wrapped, and we do use reels that have specific qualities that we look for, from retrieve to their weight to the diameter of the spool. All three of these jigging reels are narrow model spools. That's important to us so we can cup the reel and have level line control while we're performing the jig and while we're tight to a fish. Again, I have to emphasize having control over your reel and being able to palm the thing, because this becomes an extension of you. And before I go any further, the simplest way for you to try jigging is to just get a jig and drop it in the water with any rod and reel that you have, and just do it, right? But the deeper you get into it, there is a whole system that goes with specifically slow pitch jigging that makes you much more effective, much more deadly, and much more full from the rod, the reel, the lines, the hooks that are all performing this jig.
Right, it works. And if you're super confused, you could just call us at the shop, right?
Yeah.
Give us a ring at Johnny Jigs, shoot us an email, check out our YouTube. There's a lot of in-depth stuff there, a lot of information.
I'll be watching the micro jigging video.
Yeah, micro jigging is awesome.
Yeah, we'll go into micro jigging another time, which I'm super, super excited for that.
Yeah. More than anything, it's an art, though, I would think. It's sort of like bow hunting. It's not something that you're just going to grab a jig and go wreck the fish. Like, you got to learn it, like bow hunting.
Yeah.
You got to figure out which jig works best for where you're at and really dial into it. You can't just expect to buy $220 of jigs and go wreck the fish. You actually got to do your homework and learn.
Yeah, invest some time in just educating yourself before going out, and you'll have a lot better time and more success.
And trial and error too is everything.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first started jigging, I literally just walk into shops and I just like, oh, I like that one, I like that one, and then I'd never catch fish. And then I started tuning into like these guys and like people who actually jig fish, and like, oh no, you can't use this big old jig for this small fish or vice versa. And I'm like, oh, I thought you just dropped down a jig. So it's really cool to learn more in depth on like how jigging really works.
Yeah, well, we're totally psyched that Kelly and Blue Gabe, you guys have been adopting slow pitch jigging into your arsenal.
Yeah.
And we thoroughly enjoyed fishing with you guys today.
Not only that, they invite us out fishing.
Yeah.
Then they invite us to their home for dinner.
Yeah.
And
Gabe made some awesome tacos.
Yeah, great host. Great host. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
We slayed the fish too. I was getting a little spooked in the beginning of our trip, not gonna lie. And then we slayed the tuna. We got this other fish that Gabe caught on his channel that I'm not gonna say.
Oh, I didn't catch.
You didn't catch it? Who caught it? You.
Oh, I did, yes.
Yeah.
Really cool fish that Blue Gabe or myself, like we've never even seen this fish in the Atlantic, where like we fish our entire lives in our hometown. We've never even caught this fish. We know what it is, but we've never caught it. And you guys will have to check out Blue Gabe's channel to see that video. And they will explain on why a lot of people don't see this type of fish off Stewart or off Jupiter area. But I have something I really want to show you guys. It's in the house. You ready? You ready?
Ready.
Will caught this on a vertical jig.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but he did. It's in the little cup here. We're acclimating this little creature. I don't know if you can see him because the GoPro kind of focuses a little rough when it's dark. I think he's been acclimating long enough. What do you say? He's a brittle starfish, and Will hit the bottom with his jig. I don't know how he pinpointed the starfish, but the starfish came up on the vertical jig. I forget the depth. Was it 300? 400?
Yeah, 300.
Look at that. He's moving too. You want to go in the water, little guy? Look at him. How cool. No, don't go upside down.
Back flop.
Sorry. He can flip over.
He'll flip over in no time. He's already going.
Dang, I literally got a stick so I could help him flip him over. Look at him go. Here, little guy. Oh, he's so stiff. Oh my god, look at him. He's standing up on his little toes. How cool. Wow, he's so cool. So I used to have a brittle starfish in my saltwater tank. 5 years ago, I used to have a tank for like 6 years, and I got this brittle starfish when he was like this big, and he got this big. He was so cool. Every time I put food in the tank, he would like slither on out. He'd smell the food. He would grab the food with the tip of his little leg, and he would curl it all the way into his mouth in the center of his body. It was super cool. So I hope this guy does good in here. But right now, this video is ending. You guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to check out Blue Gabe's video as well to see the other fish that we caught today. I hope you guys enjoyed vertical jigging. I mean, it's been an epic day, to say the least. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.